What's up, traders? This is Dave FX Hunter, and welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. So we got our first quarter behind us, and let's look to the news. So on the Monday, there is basically news almost every country, but the US dollar will have some news, right? So basically, America is probably open, and then it is a classic non-farm payrolls week, right? So ADP on the Wednesday, then Powell speaking in here, then CPI for the franc, and then German CPI, Canada unemployment, and Friday non-farm payrolls. So I think these non-farm payrolls will be quite setting a new trends, which I think already kind of started, right? So I do not expect any big changes, right? So what I have rolled out is my strategy for the swings, because I see big swing opportunities. And that's what I want to trade right now, right? So we are now looking to the CAD franc, and I basically have analyzed all the COT data quite intensively. So if you want to look at them, you basically can go to my Telegram channel. I have posted everything here for you. Let's look at it just quickly, so we do not have to bring it with every currency. So here is the US dollar. We can see it's a 50-50, right? Nothing extra happening, right? So dollar has been bullish. Now it has came down kind of into the bearish, and seasonal tendency showing that the dollar should be kind of strong right now. Let's look to the another currency, which would be pound. We can see that the pound has reached quite extreme number in here, right? And now in the last 2 weeks, the net positions has dropped quite significantly, right? Almost 50%. So in my opinion, it's bearish. This is a euro. We can see the net positions dropping also by 50% in the last 2 weeks, right? Bearish. Swiss franc kind of bearish, and in my opinion, it will be doing a pullback. So I think the Swiss franc could make some kind of a pullback, because we can see in here the short has reached the 5 years maximum, right? Also the volume, right, on the short. So I think these shorts are some kind of profits can be taken. So in my opinion, the Swiss franc could be stronger right now, but not stronger than commodity currencies. I will show you in here. So here is a Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Japanese yen, in my opinion, also getting stronger, because also we have reached 189 shorts, which is a 5 years extreme. Also, they had this extreme in the net positions. Where was it? Here, right? And as you can see, since then, it's kind of at least a profit taking. So in my opinion, the Japanese yen, at least some pullback is giving up, right? Same thing has happened on the Aussie. Look at this, 5 years extreme shorts, right? 5 years extreme negative net positions. This will need also pullback. So as we can see, the Aussie is this looks very bearish. I think that the pullback is coming, and in my opinion, kind of stronger than euro and pound, right? So next one will be Canadian dollar. Same thing, right? Look at this, 89k, 88, right? Extreme volume, 5 years extreme volume, right? So in my opinion, these commodity currencies are reaching these extremes, right? Here you can see NZD had this extreme in the longs. This one is different. That's why there is a big profit taking, and that's why the NZD is now the weakest, right? I think it will be weaker than US dollar. And last one is the gold. So basically we can see quite huge numbers, right? The shorts basically being closed, 199 net positions, and prices on the all-time high. I think it's basically no reason to short it, because it continue higher. Also in my channel, I have posted this retail current exposure, which is quite useful to trade, right, against a retail traders, right? So you can, for example, find out that the Aussie CAD, the retail traders 82% on the longs, right? So it's good to go shorts, right? Etc. etc. So you can subscribe for this. It's basically updating every 30 minutes. Its link is on my Telegram channel, and It's basically my web application. Here is also the US oil, where we can see that the long net positions are growing, right, nicely. Shorts has been closed and the longs are growing. So there is a quite nice trend too. So we will look at this one also. So right now, let's start with the CAD franc. And in here, as I said, I do expect these currencies, the commodity currencies, to be stronger. And right now in here also the seasonality to play, right? So if you look at the seasonals for the Swiss franc, we can see that Swiss franc in the April dropping, right, while Canadian dollar in the April getting stronger, right? And we can see that the trend has already set in here. So in my opinion, just some nice pullback, right? We can see how nice volume is coming in here. So it's a reaccumulation, and I think we will go higher. So Swiss franc, Canadian Swiss franc, I'm looking on this cross for the long trade. Also, it has a positive swap on the long, so perfect trade, right? This is a USD Swiss franc. As I said, that here is going to be some profit taking from the Swiss franc, as we can see. Where do I have it? In here, right? So I think it already has happened, and what I would like to see is this pop above this reaccumulation and then drop lower, right? So looking for the short on the USD franc. Next one is a GBP USD. I do think that this can continue even lower, right? We have seen the huge profit taking. Right now, prices in this consolidation. You can see what was happening last week, right? They basically take out Monday high, Monday low, and now it's in this consolidation, right? So I do think something like that, right, above probably this high into this fair value gap, right, with nice volume. I do think that from here we will see continuation lower. Here is a euro, which has made nice pop above the above a Monday range in here. So it was a perfect possibility for the short. Right now, I do think that basically the price will make a nice pullback in here, and we will have a chance to short it, right? So in my opinion, this is continuation, no any reason to look for something like this in here, right? In my opinion, now the dollar will be for the next 2-3 months weak. Here is a USD CAD. I still think that as it is a kind of looking a bullish consolidation in here, right? And still price could go for the liquidity above these highs, right? But what I see on the lower time frame is that basically the price is giving us opportunity, at least for this short term, short on the 15 minutes, it was, or 30 minutes, I think, yes, in here, right? So yeah, I like this gap in here, and from there I would like to take a short, right? But it obviously has to be in the correct time, and I don't mean a time as hours, but it has to happen something like this maybe, you know, because if the price drops lower and bounce from this level, then it's not valid for me, right? Because then this strong level is in a play, and it can take us above these highs, right? So yeah, has to be something like this, fake break of this, and then like that, right? So next one is a euro franc. I do think the franc is getting stronger in here, and something like that would be a nice opportunity for me. This is a 1 hour chart, right? We can see we got this beautiful gap in here, right? So yeah, that's all what I need to see, right? Here's a euro JPY. Yeah, as I said, euro week, JPY getting stronger. We can see it in the COT data, right? So basically that these longs kind of growing on the JPY, at least for the past few weeks, right? So I do think that it can continue lower, right? Here we have this candle which had this beautiful gap in here, and I do think that we will continue lower, right? So what I want to see is at least two highs to be taken, right? Here we have this gap. You see this small gap, and here is a high in that gap, right? So I do think that from here, this can happen like that, right? Next one would be pound franc. Pound franc is, in my opinion, kind of overstretched. However, I still think it can go higher. For this trade, it will need a confirmation. Obviously, we can see it's in the uptrend, you know, the order flow. We have this strong volume in here coming. So this level, this candle is a level for me, and I do think we can go up from here. But also, if we bring a weekly open, it's lower in here, right? So not sure with this one. I still keep it here in my charts. We'll need to look at it more closely and how the price will develop on the Monday. This is a CAT JPY. As I said, the CAT could be strong. JPY also, but the trend is still higher, and mostly the trend doesn't end like this. There should be some, you know, proper wipeout. So I think it's still possible to take a long in here. Next one is Aussie CAT. Aussie CAT is getting bearish. You know, we can see it already break lower. Here is this candle where we have this drive for the liquidity since there from the price dropping lower. So I do think that the confluence of this level with this strong volume and this gap in here, right? So this high above in that gap, right, could be a nice for the shorts, right? Also, the retail is bullish, right? So that's what I include in my analysis also for the decision, but main is the chart. This is just for the confirmation, right? This is a franc JPY, right? So I do think that the JPY is strong, is getting stronger, but also the franc is getting stronger also, right? Kind of, or at least there is a profit taking. So I would like to be shorting from here, but as the fact is that this low has been right now taken, and we have some kind of the gap, right, seeing to support the price in here, I do think that we will see some kind of like this, right? I see we call it market maker model, which is correctly, it's a Wyckoff thing, right? Something like that, right? So that's why I keep my interest in this gap higher, right? In also in confluence with this strong volume candle, right? The low of that. So that's where I think the price could go. I'm not interested in the long because it's already the bearish order flow, right? But we'll be waiting higher, right? Of course, the result can happen lower, but this is how I have it in my pre-plan right now. This is EUROCAT. Euro getting weaker, Canadian dollar, obviously, as I said, commodity currency is getting stronger. So that would be nice if we get a pullback in here, and then I will be looking for continuation down. Same for the GBP CAT. Here it's a kind of a different story, right? We have these lows created in here. So there will be possibility for the short in here, right? Because we have a quite strong push down in here, and I do think that if the price comes just here below taking these, before taking these lows, I think I will shoot it immediately in here with the targets in here. But if that doesn't happen and the price goes lower, price goes lower below this, like that, then I think the sellers will enter in here, and there will be a stop losses in here, right? So then I do think that the price can do something like that in here, right? So we will see. This is what I need to watch, right? Also, I actually quite like when we have this high in this fair value gap in here. This quite looks as a good level also, but this level would be better for me, I would be more confident if the price reaches this level before taking these lows, right? So that's for the GBP CAD. Next one is NZD/USD, right? Basically, this one is a quite weak one, but as said, NZD, let me bring it in here. NZD is here, right? NZD, well, it's weak, quite very weak, right? But I do think it's kind of overstretched. I think it needs a pullback right now because it's a really strong sell-off. So that's why I'm looking for the entry on the 4 hours, and I do think that some highs would be nice to be taken, right? So this would be perfect if the price reach that level, this one where we have this strong volume candle, right? The low of it, which is taking these highs, and I think that the price could go for this high, right? And confluence with this fair value gap in here, right? Again, so we have the high in the fair value gap, and we have this strong volume candle, right? And here is a middle number, right? 0.605, right? So something like that is what I would like to see in here, right? Also in here, I want to mention, I have this quite new thing, my thinking what it is. It's basically the Monday range, right? So what is Monday range? I used to be, and I'm still trading the run above a Asian session, right? And then short. But what I realized is that mostly I'm targeting just this, the low of that, or basically not every time it is correct, or basically yes, it is correct, but you need to sit, you have a lot of shots, and you basically targeting quite low levels. But if you go for the Monday range, right, look at this. Basically, if you just focus in it, right? Also, this one last week was beautiful, right? In here, if you just put stop loss above the previous quarter number, right? In targeting 3R, same thing in here, right? So it is repeating quite a lot on the many charts. So I quite like it, and that's what I have implemented in here, right? So yeah, that's quite nice thing, and I would like to use that. And I recommend it because it's really good, and it's mostly setting up a new trend, right? So this is a gold. Gold has actually, let me bring it on the daily. Gold has actually, bam, I smashed through the new high, and it is in the price discovery, right? So basically no reason to speculate on the shorts. So basically some short-term shorts, yes, it's possible, but I actually paid for the trying to short the gold last week. Anyway, what I think is in play right now, I do think that price can simply continue higher, right? So yeah, maybe some shorts here, but you are really against a big trend which is going hard right now. And I do think that if the price gets down to here, it would be beautiful to take a long again in here. And the last one will be oil, because I actually look at the oil COP data, and I see that it's quite strong, right? We can see from 170 to 270, right? It's almost double in the 2 months, right? And the price action looks really good, because look at the daily where we are right now. So yeah, so I do think it's a beautiful trend, and I think we still can go nicely higher, right? So on the, what was time frame? I think 1 hour, right? Yeah. So 1 hour, I would like to be joining this trend if the price drops lower, around 82.22 to go long, right? Yeah, so it was quite longer today, but yeah, I think and hope it was helpful for you. Have a great rest of the weekend, my friends. Bye-bye.